Okay, so hello everyone, and group one, which is Stefanus, me, Mawar, Martin, and Samuel will do explanation about accounting ratio. What is accounting ratio? It's comparison made between one set of figures from a company's financial statement with another. Or we can apply it into a sentence so we can understand it. We use accounting ratios to determine whether a business can pay its debt and how profitable it is. So here is the types of accounting ratio. There are many types of accounting ratio, but in the general, there are four types of accounting ratio, which is profitability ratio, liquidity ratio, leverage ratios, activity ratios. First, profitability ratios. These ratios measure the operating efficiency of the firm of the company and its ability to ensure adequate returns to its shareholders. And profitability ratios include return of equity or ROE, return of asset, ROA, and return of sales or ROS, return of equity. This ratio measures financial performance calculated by dividing net income by shareholders' equity. And the formula is net profit, which is total revenue minus by total expenses, and then net profit divided by total shareholders' equity multiplied by 100%. Total shareholders' equity is equal to a company total assets minus its total liabilities. Okay, next. Next is return of assets or ROA. This ratio measures the profitability of the total funds of a company. It measures the relationship between net profits and total assets. The objective is to find out how efficiently the total assets have been used by the management. And the formula is net profit divided by total assets multiplied by 100%. Total assets here is refers to the total amount of assets owned by a company. Okay, next, return of sales. Okay, return of sales, ROS, is used to evaluate a company's operational efficiency. This measure provides insight into how much profit is being produced per dollar of sales. An increasing ROS indicates that the company is improving efficiency, while a decreasing ROS could signal in the impending financial troubles. The formula is net profit divided by net sales multiplied by 100%. Net sales here are the total revenue reported by the company, excluding any sales returns, allowance, and discounts. The next part will be explained by Mawar.
Okay, this part I will explain for debt to equity. Liquidity ratio. These ratios analyze the short-term financial positive of a firm and indicate the ability of the firm to meet its short-term commitments or current liabilities. Liabilities out of its short-term resources, current assets. And the first liquidity ratios are include current ratios. And we have to know what examples from current ratios is cash or assets, receivable, and current liabilities. And quick ratios is supply, receivable, cash, short-term investment. And then in the current ratios, we have to know that position from cash atau kepemilikan more large than oh no sorry in this part that how to firm to pay out their current liabilities and this ratio if a firm in this part have a liquid that firm have a liquid 100 if firm have a limit liquid under in 100 that means that the firm is not able to pay their current liabilities. This formula is perfect. The formula current asset and current liabilities. Like what I said before, that if current asset lebih besar daripada current liabilities. Next. Okay, quick ratio. Okay, in quick ratio, that quick asset is supply, receivable, cash, and short-term investment. And when we count these parts, we have to make sure that before we use this formula, we have to diminish supply, and if we don't, we will make a mistake. Okay, next.
Thank you, Mo. Okay. Hello? Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Leverage ratios. We need to understand what is leverage ratios because it is also important ratios that we need to know. So first, we need to know what it is. These ratios indicate the long-term solvency of a firm and indicate the ability of the firm to meet its long-term commitment with respect to. So it is repayment of principal at maturity or the predetermined installment of due dates and period payment of internet during the periods of loan. And there's also two terms that are related to leverage ratios, and those two are debt to equity ratio and debt to asset ratio. So if we go to next slide, which is about debt to equity ratio, DER. This ratio indicates the relative proportion of debt and equity in financing the assets of the firm. It is calculated by dividing long-term debt by shareholders' funds. So it's pretty self-explanatory because the formula is long-term debt divided by shareholders' funds. And the answer is we have DER, debt to equity ratio. And the next slide is about um, debt to asset ratio, DAR. So this is a little different because this ratio indicates the percentage of assets that are being financed with debt. The higher the ratio, the greater the degree of leverage and financial risk. So, and the formula is very simple. So total debt over total assets, and the answer is debt to asset ratio. So this means if we have a higher ratio, then our degree of leverage will be also greater. And then we have Martin, which will continue.
Okay, activity ratio. You know, as Samuel said, we need to know about first what is a ratio and then activity ratio. We have learned about the ratios and the types of ratios, and the fourth one, which is something which is really important part, is activity ratios. These ratios are all called efficiency ratios or asset, utilization ratios or turnover ratios. These ratios shows the relationship between sales and various assets of a firm. And these ratios includes total asset turnover. It has only one part, like one related ratio, which is total asset turnover. And what is total asset turnover? The asset turnover ratio is also known as the total asset turnover ratio. Measures the efficiency with which a company uses its assets to produce sales. Formula is net sales and average total sales. And turnover, if you know the word turnover, it means like it is just, it's providing like sales for the people that it's like for more earning, for more money, that the company is providing sales for the people. They have earned the money they wanted, so they are gonna just provide sales for people that people would enjoy and be happy from the company. And thank you for your nice attention.
Okay, thank you, Group 1, but hold on. The things that I want to ask. So like you said, I know we already started with the basic foundations, but based on your understanding, it's I mean, it's of you or even the group's understanding, what are the ratio that you found is the one who can we use to determine whether this company shows the good performance? What do you think, Group 1? Or perhaps Group 2 can answer us too, based on your basic understanding, yeah, from this ratio that you mentioned about the solvency ratio and also the leverage, the activity ratios. What do you think between these ratios? What are the, perhaps there is one ratio that can be followable to analyze or to check or even to measures to determine this is the good company. I mean, like yeah, they can perform well, so we can choose this company, let's say, to invest, or let's say to choose this company as perhaps sample to discuss more and more.
Sir, I think it is because activity ratios.
So you choose activity ratios.
Yeah, because you are providing stuff for the people, and when you provide stuff for the people, you for sure you're gonna have more customers.
So it means the other ratios will not give let's say, a good informations rather than when we analyze the activity. So is it the things that you want to say, Martin? How about the other ratio then?
If you want to just focus on investing something, you need to focus on all the ratios of the company, but activity ratio you need to focus more because it is like it's talking about the activity that the company is doing. Like
Oh, okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. So you means all the ratios are important, but the activity ratios is essential because in this ratio we can know about the operational activities, which means we can know like day-to-day performance, yeah, of that company. Is it the thing that you want to say, Martin?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Martins.
I may be wrong.
Okay, that's a good point. The others want to give another response regarding Martin's explanations, or even anything that you want to add up, class?
May I try, sir?
Okay, please go ahead. Is it you, Mawar?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Before presentation, I have searched that, and I get that when we know that one company have a good profit, we can know that that the company have a current ratio and current ratio and quick ratio in standard 1/0. And if we got the company and have a profit under 1/0, that means that the company not able to meet their liability.
So you mean the profitability ratios is the one can be, how to say, like the main thing that we need to analyze rather than the other ratios? Is it what you mean, Mawar? Or I got misconceptions regarding your explanations? So the profitability ratios is the essential one, Mawar?
Sir, can you repeat, sir, because our signal was so.
Okay, so
Yeah,
based
we
on
can
your,
hear you.
okay, based on Mawar's explanations, so you mean the profitability ratios is the greater measurement that we can use rather than the other ratios? Is it that you wanted to trying to say or explain the profitability ratios? Okay, hello, are you with me, Mawar?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is it true, the things that I just?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, again, when we talk about this ratio, so actually these ratio are essential, yeah, to analyze. But again, we need to determine what are the, let's say, the goal that we wanna check further, which means, let's say we talk about the profitability ratio. Yeah, where from the ratios we can know, yeah, this ratio will be checked based on the result or their performance relates to how they earns a profit. Yeah, so it, in simply said, this profitability ratio is easy to understand because we can see directly the net profit, the margins. But again, when we talk about, if you ever heard the sustainable aspect, I mean, how the company can be stands for the longer time. So we need to again check the liquidity ratios, the leverage ratios, the activity. I mean, yeah, perhaps they can earn a profit. I mean, they can runs well, yeah, in the terms in the year of one. Yeah, they can in the year one they can generate profit. Yeah, that's a good result. But again, when we check or analyze a deeper, we found out the debt to let's say the debt to the assets, which means they have higher liabilities, which means they have more responsibilities, or they their performance based on their debts. On that time, which let's say the debt is will be need to pay in the year 3, yeah, and then we found out the activity, I mean the operational activity when they running their business, they cannot I mean they stuck in the year 2, so the ratio of the profit will be perhaps not really well in the following years. So do you get my point, class? Do you get my point? So which means, let's say Indonesia can grow their economics until, let's say, 5 or 6% in a year. But when we stop at that point, and then we are deeper, doing the deep analysis towards Indonesia's debt, let's say toward Australia, or let's say the what is the World Bank, it founds their level of debt is quite high. So in another point, that that ratio or that information can simply say this performance or this ratio can be achieved based on that debt. Yeah, that's like a illustrations here, class. Yeah, I know I cannot simply generate this kind of conditions and then I make conclusions based on this data. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is we need to more careful or do a deeper analysis rather than we can simplify in this year. Yeah, this company can generate a profit, but how about the other year? How about the following year? How about actually their performance, which means how they operating, I mean like their operational activities. Is it true they using their own assets, which means they using the 100 assets they own, or they solemnly use the debt as their own assets? So we need to be more clear on that ratio or on that elements. You get my point, class? So we need to know how much the portions, yeah, about the assets, about the leverage, about the debts, the credits, all the things. So we need can be simplified. So again, when we talk about the ratio, I know this is only the simple understanding. Yeah, again, you will talk or discuss more in the financial accounting, if I'm not mistaken, in this in those subjects. But again, when we talk about the ratios, we need to more careful. We cannot just simply say, let's say we only analyze a year about their profitability, yeah, and then we can say, oh, this is a good company. No, we cannot say directly on that point. But again, it will be said that a good point, which in a sense of you already determine the goal in a year 1 that company generates a profit. So you can choose in that in those years the company runs well in the terms of performance. Okay, I hope you all understanding. Or anything that you want to clarify, class? Do you get my point?
Sir, I've got a question.
Yep.
What type of ratio are you? What do you mean? Like, what kind of ratio do we need to look? For example, for sure, we are going to check about the activity, the things. What is the name of that ratio?
Okay. So let's say we talk about the return on investments. So from the name, we can also know how the company can, how many percentage the company can return, yeah, to the investors. But how about the others? About the debt. We cannot, we haven't checked the debt, like the debt to, I'm not really remember all the ratios, but we need to check more because we need to really know, like their, sorry.
Okay, so you mean that we need to check all of them?
Yeah,
So there is no like not any specific ratio that is important to analyze. We need to analyze all of them.
yeah, yeah, again, we need to know. Let's say, yeah, but the things that will become easiest one, we can search, let's say in the paper. So let's say they use some of, let's say there is an economist who stated that profitability and regulatory ratios that need to be checked. Then we can use those statements as the basis to check those ratios. Because again, I'm not the one who found the ratios, right? So if I'm become the one, the analysis or the researcher, I need to at least using, let's say in the profitability ratios, that divided into several ratios. I need to check at least 2 ratios, each of the ratios. Let's say the profitability ratios, I check 2 ratios. Liquidity ratios, I check 2 ratios, and then I know some of the part that shows this is like the company that show a good performance. So doing a comprehensive analysis is important, not only based on the one ratio only. Yeah, do you get my point?
Okay, sir, I've got it.
Yeah. So I know we still in the general context to deliver these ratios, but again, yeah, when you point out something, let's say about the theory, again you need to check another reference too. So that's the illustrations that we can use too. Yeah, but about the specific ratios, I cannot say for now because I need to see their financial report, and even this ratio can be, all this for ratio is not enough when we talk about the doing research, because there is also a measurement that we can use to analyze about the company's performance. It's about the reputations. So there is also the reputations of the company. There is on many elements that we need to check. But again, one of the easiest things we can choose, let's say, one theory from the notable researchers, and then we can use those argument as our yeah, as our measurements to analyze. So let's say there is a researcher that called Martin. He already got the PhD, and then he won some let's say wrote many analysis in the articles. So let's say Martin use the ROI, ROA, and also and perhaps the depth to accuracy and quick ratio, and then we can only use those false ratio, yeah, to check towards company's performance. Yeah, so we need to be more specific and then found out some let's say some institutions or some researchers that already did the analysis, the analyzing, yeah, their report. Because so far I haven't doing the analysis regarding the I mean using the like exact or academia concept. But I will prefer to, yeah, this is only my preference, yeah, my, how to say, like my individual thoughts, yeah, my opinion. So I only using the reputations, so I can see from the news. And the second thing, I using the profitability ratios, and the second I using the leverage, how many debts that the company owes, yeah, to some parties or some banks or some, let's say, some others institutions, yeah. And again, we cannot be subjective toward these ratios. We need to exactly know because we say, I mean, we are trying to become an academia, yeah, to check those ratios. That's my perspective.
So, sir, you mean that you suggest us to focus on profitability ratio and leverage ratio when checking, when investing on a campaign?
Yeah, that's my opinion, yeah. But again, if you talk about the performance and also, let's say, the preference to choose the what kind of instrument that we need to invest, we need to be careful, because our subjective concerns will be, you know, one to another will be different, right? So sometimes when we see the let's say the instrument that been published by the government right now, that is called ORI 20. Yeah, they stated they can generate returns around 4.9 something. I don't really remember. And then we suddenly want to invest to those instruments or those obligations, but we need careful to know what is the let's say what is the requirements that we need to be fulfilled, and also what are the highest risks if we put our money on that instrument. So we need to be more specific, yeah, about not only responsibility, but what are the risks will be incurred if we choose that, yeah, if we chose that company. Yeah, that's my point. I hope you can get my point, class.
So, sir, through leverage ratios, we can also see the risks like the debts and is the company going well?
Yep.
So
Like leverage, right? Leverage. So
yeah.
they use their debt to leverage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's my perspective. I haven't checked all. Yeah, I haven't wrote any things about the ratios. Yeah, but again, if you found out some article, so when we talk about the academia concept, yeah, the things that we, I mean, the easiest thing that we can do, yeah, we found the eligible article that already published in the globally, international, or even locally, let's say from the reputable institutions like in Indonesia, we call national universities such as UGM, Gajah Mada, or let's say the ITB. Yeah, we can find some articles based on their researchers, and then we can directly copy some ratios that they use, and then we can improve, or we can add some elements. Let's say they haven't got the they haven't added with the activity ratios as a sample, like the return on sales. We can add some ratios. Yeah. So we need to know the measurement, we need to know the dependent variable, the independent variable, the goal, and also the how many years those researchers did their analysis. Yeah. Okay, but do not worry, we haven't I mean on that step to doing the comprehensive analysis. This is only to know, yeah, some terminology. But again, if you have interesting to do, I mean to the research or to analyze more, yeah, you can do it. That's up to you. Okay. Okay, proceed to the next group.
Sir,
Okay, what's going on?